Made it. Yes.
So wait, we literally just...
Yep, just like that. With your thumb straight out. Just like when you throw a ball, you're using...
On go. Okay. 1, 2, 3, go.
This thing that IB students do to graduate or something.
Before entering into IB, I honestly didn't know very much about CAS at all.
No, but I've heard my IB friends say the word CAS before.
I think the goal of CAS is to help students become well-rounded. So a lot of times in IB we have students that are intellectuals. You know, they have a good idea and understanding of subjects and of information, but what CAS does, it broadens them and says, okay, now not only you're supposed to know this information, now I want you to be able to show that you can be creative, that you can be active and have an active lifestyle, that you can serve others in your communities.
So the idea of CAS is to build upon the knowledge that students are gaining of the world, find out what's happening in the world, but then do something to try to be of service. There's the whole process, and I won't go through it, but the simplest thing is it kind of works with like planning and preparing. So you find out, you do some research, you find out what are needs in our community.
Max and I started getting into Frisbee golfing like our freshman and sophomore year and got Alec involved in it, and then we all decided to do it for a CAS project.
So you have to investigate first. You have to find out what there is, what needs to be done. And then you start preparing. You start to find ways that you could help. What can you do?
So it starts out junior year where we meet with students and they have to come up with experiences they're doing, so things that are going to be demonstrating their creativity, what activities they're doing or service they're doing. And they got to have one of those a week, and then they're supposed to start working on a project as well. It's going to last a month. So
you take the things that you already kind of like. If you're a band kid and you want to do something more, that's already kind of in place.
And there's a lot of problems that I don't want to deal with, like buying ingredients.
Well, it's still snowing?
I'm supposed to do it. Yeah, and like I don't have that much.
Where do you like get Christmas trees? Like, we could even do that with like
Well, you could get them at like Walmart, like any of the stores.
Yeah.
And it doesn't have to be like a perfect Christmas tree, as long as it's a Christmas tree.
Yeah, we started like getting sponsors and kind of like getting our thing figured out, like what we wanted to do, just making sure that everybody in our group was like locked down and like just trying to figure out how we're going to organize it. We've got about 7 kids running the organization, and the first project we did, we had about 20 kids show up, and this one we have about 60 signed up.
You know, I was actually one of those people that were just starting to get involved. I really didn't pick up disc golf until about 2 days ago. So it was a lot of fun just playing out here. I did it because Max told me to, and Connor. It's a lot of fun. Oh, I think this CAS project's perfect for the community. It involves us, it brings people together, and raises it for a good cause. And plus there's a lot of free discs, free food. Everyone's welcome to come. It's a great time.
I think it's beneficial to play disc golf because it is an easy way to get active, and activity is good for your health. I mean, I've never been frolfing, but now that I have been, I'm probably gonna go again because it's fun. So I think just getting involved and being aware of it helps.
And after doing that, the last thing, very important, a lot of people forget it, is this idea of reflecting and presenting. Sharing with other people what has been done and sharing how you feel and what you've learned from it. So the process, you go from planning and preparing to the action, and in the end, this thought of demonstrating and reflecting.
I think that Riverbend Park is a pretty big part of the community, and a lot of focus with Frisbee golf is like keeping the area nice, so it's probably, or it is, influencing the community by keeping the park like clean and nice.
Also like supporting small businesses like the new disc golf shop that's down in Palisade. That too, it's going to bring more business there. So
Yeah, also though, like Grand Junction does not have a lot to offer. Like we kind of suck. So like when there is something cool like Frisbee golf, like I think we should capitalize on that and make it as big as we can, because like it's actually growing in popularity like around the country and around the world, and so like if that's something that can increase tourism or any other like type of commerce, that's kind of a big deal, especially here in Palisade.
I think in the past it hasn't had a big impact. I'm hoping with all the smaller projects that are only a month long, it's going to have an impact. I know there's been some projects that have impacted the community, like last year's sports or athletic camp they did. I thought that had a good impact with the little kids in the community.
CAS has impacted the community in a lot of ways. Small scale right now, because most of the projects are short term. They haven't been ongoing. There is the possibility that projects can become kind of like legacy projects where it's continued year after year after year by new students. Most of the projects have been kind of short-term projects. So the impact has been short, has been a little bit smaller, not as long-lasting or as impactful. But the community has seen that Palisade High School students are working on things. They're doing something. And as an adult, when we see young people actively involved in something creative, something productive, something that's of service, it's very inspiring, because teenagers tend to be very self-centered. It's just part of their learning, it's part of their development, it's part of the cognitive development, that everything like comes towards the center. And so when a young person is able to go from here and help other people, it does make a difference. It does make an impact. And in some cases, it's been a large impact on getting other people to be involved also.
Okay.
My name is Alec Newton, and I approve this message.